let's start with chapter number 6, looping in Python. So let's study about this chapter, loops and types of loops. So iteration is the process, it is of executing a set of instructions repeatedly. That in Python, it provides you with means to perform tasks, process data, and to make your program more adaptable. And you will discover how to create an elegant and efficient solution to problems that require repetitive action. So let's dive into the world of iteration and unlock the true potential of Python as a programming language. So get ready to master the art of iteration in Python. So what is loop? So in programming, programmers do not particularly like repeating the same command. So programming language has a loop option in each case, in which what we can do a section of a program to be repeated in a certain number, and this repetition continues while the condition is true. If the condition is true, till the condition will be true, your statement will keep on. When the condition becomes false, loop ends and the control passes to the statement following the loop. So it is a sequence of statement in executed until some condition, termination of the loop is satisfied. A program loop therefore consists of two segments, one known as body of the loop and another known as control statement. So the control statement tests certain condition that directs repeating execution of the statement that contain body of the loop. Then we have, if we want to print the same type thrice, normally we will code it thrice. Now suppose we have asked to print this statement 100 times, what would be done? So writing the same code again and again would be more tedious and time consuming. It will take so much of time in writing the same statement again and again. So it is time consuming. So we have different types of loop. This is of two types of loop in Python, counter loop for loop and for else loop. Then we have conditional loop. So we have while loop and while else loop. These are the two different types. So counter loop for loop. So for the loop, to repeat a block of statement until there is no item in any sequence. This statement iterates over the items of any sequence. They appear in the sequence. Loop continues until we reach the last time in a sequence. So the body of the loop is separated from the rest of the code using indentation, right? If like last item reach, for each item in sequence, if yes, the loop will exit. If it will be no, the body of for the loop will be given. Then paper in the printer, reach to 5th paper. If yes, it will stop printing. If it will be no, it will continue the printing till it will be yes will be there and it will stop. So suppose we need to print 5 pages from the printer. In this case, printing task is same for all the 5 pages. So we will set a condition. So if the 5th paper is printed as per the condition, it will stop. Like we have syntax, you can see over here, like we have a statement 1, statement 2 and statement n. It can be any number of time. So we can say for. It is a keyword or reserve word. Right? For it holds a single value for sequence. Then in check means check the existence of items in sequence. Then sequence means collection of items. So it is the loop body execute for each items, and this is the loop indentation. Now we have sequence. It is the collection of elements, a string, a list or tuple. Then we have in operator, which is used to check the existence of value in the sequence. If it finds the value in the sequence, so it evaluates true, otherwise it will be false. Like first, let's start with program first, that is your print on letter combat. So when the above program is executed, the x variable holds first letter of combat and the in operator will check the existence of the letter. If it exists, the loop body will execute it and the first letter C will be printed. You can see like this, C-O-B-O-T, cobalt. Like this, the letter will be printed till X reaches up the last letter. Then it is mandatory, we have range. In range we have start, which is optional, and stop. Stop it is mandatory, and steps is also optional. So range, it is a predefined function in Python when we need to perform an action for a specific number. You want to perform any type of function for a specific number, it returns a sequence of number. So the range functions consists 3 parameters: start, stop and steps. So start and steps, they are optional, I have told you, but stop, it is mandatory. So we used to define the final point over here. Next is, like we can see over here, start and end. So range is 1, 10 and 2. Range 5, right? Then start, these are the steps 1, 3, 5, 7, 6. So steps are mandatory and start and end is option. Normal code in style, it takes more time and spacing to type repetitive code, and there is greater chance of error in writing the program. Using the loop, we can see that the lines of code have been reduced. Due to short code, it takes less time to type the code, which saves overall time and also make the program error free. It makes your program error free. Right, then we have print number. So it is a program in which we have to print number between 1 and 10. So you will program the code, the output will be like this. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then it will get stopped. So in the above program, range function has 2 parameters, start 1 and stop 11. Start will be 1 and stop will 11. So it will be the increment value 1, 2, 3, 4. The values are increasing. Now counter loop for else. For else, I will tell you, when we use else with for loop, this structure is known as for else loop. So the else clause for a loop get executed only if the loop computes it, and execution normally without having in counter break statement. In this you will see that there will be no break statement. So last item, this is loop body, and else statement is else body. So if it will be yes, body of else will be there. If it will be no, body for loop will be there. So for else loop will be used over there. So let's study about program 3. Print the message, print done after printer prints 5 pages. After the printer print 5 pages, the print done will be written. So you can see here, print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last it is written print done. So it means it has been completed. So when the above program executes, the loop statement will execute 5 times, and the range goes to 6. It will print else statement over there. Next is conditional loop, means while loop. In Python, it is used to repeat the block of statement. Number of times the condition is false. So if start with the condition, if the condition is true, then the statement inside the loop will be executed if the condition is false. So here while condition, if it is false, it will exit the loop. If it will be true, so body of while loop will be there. Now suppose we need to print the pages from the printer until the printer tray gets empty. In this case, we don't know the exact number of paper in the tray, but we know the condition. What is the condition? Till the tray gets empty. So printer will check the availability each time. Like empty tray, if yes, it will stop printing. If no, it will be continue the printing. It is known as while loop. So while loop is also known as entry control loop. So while, it is keyword or reserve word, and condition means it is an expression that evaluates the true and false condition. This is the program 4, that is print the pages with the user enter stop. So in this you will write ans variable is to start the loop, condition is true. It will enter the loop and execute the statement. If it will be false, so it will get stopped and the loop will get terminated. After you will see that the loops get terminated. Then we have print the sum. Here you have to print the sum of series 1 to 5. So in this program, the variable and sums are initiated to 1 and 0. The loop condition evaluates 3 as a number, increase 5, and it will enter loop and store the value 1 in the sum variable. Next, the value of number will be increment by 1 and now set to 2. The control moves to the while loop, and again the value of number is checked against the condition. So it is repeated till the number get exceed to 5. Now conditional loop means while else loop. When we use else with the while loop, the structure is known as while else loop. Using this loop, we can run an instruction code, and when the comparing values reach the limit of the conditional value. Like this, you can see the syntax for in sequence. So if the while condition is false, body of else will be there. If it is true, body of while loop will be there. Now here you have to print the variable until it becomes less than 0. So you have to write less than 0. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? It is a sequence. So in the program, the value of variable initialized to 5. So the loop condition is true and it will enter the loop and print the number 5. Next, the value will be decremented by 1. Again, the condition will be tested and evaluated as true. So it will enter the loop and print number 4. So this process execute the loop statement and the value become less than 0. Once the value become less than 0, so what will happen? The loop gets terminated and else statement get executed. Now break statement. It can be used unconditional to jump out of the loop. Means it terminates the execution. We can use while loop and for loop. Break is mostly required when due to some external condition we need to exit from a loop. So this is known as break condition. Like you can see over there. Exit the loop when the number is equal to 4. When till the number will be not equals to 4, you will be there only, and after it you will get exit. So you can see here, this is known as loop terminates the value when it becomes 4. Now continuous statement, it is used to tell the program to skip the rest of the statement of the current iteration of the loop blocks. This can be used with the while and with for loop also. In both the cases, you can use them. Like print all the values 1 to 6 except value 3. So you can write over here, it will be 1, 2, 4, 5. Because it is written except the number 3. So like this, we will write this is all in this chapter. Hope you understood. Now we will meet in the next class. Thank you.